Good morning, children. Welcome to our biology class. Children, today we are going to start chapter 4, ecosystem. You must have learned about the environment. So, what is an environment? The physical and the biological world in which we live, it is called our environment. Now, this environment, it includes the physical surroundings like the air, water bodies, soil, and the other organisms like the plants, animals, human beings, microorganisms, etc. Now, these organisms, they are dependent on one another and they are interact with one another and they maintain a balance in the environment in a natural way. So come to ecosystem, children. Now the various species, they interact among themselves and the physical environment like the soil, water and air. Now these organisms, they interact with each other through food chain in which one organism, it consumes another organism. Now the living organisms like plants, they interact with the soil to get essential nutrients from the soil and air to get the carbon dioxide and water bodies for carrying out the different processes like photosynthesis. So various communities of living organisms like plants and animals with soil, air and water of that region form a self-sustaining or functional unit of the living world. Now this functional unit, it is made up of living and non-living components which is capable of independent existence and it is called an ecosystem. So the ecosystem includes all the communities of that area functioning with the non-living environment like soil, air and water. So we can define ecosystem as an ecosystem is a self-contained unit of living things and the non-living environment. An ecosystem, it needs only the input of sunlight energy for its functioning. For example, the ecosystem are a grassland, a forest, a desert, mountain, a pond, a lake, a river and a sea. So we can say that pond or lake is an ecosystem. The word pond, it also includes all the aquatic life, plants and animals which occur in the pond water. Now this word ecosystem, it is derived from the Greek word oikos, which means a house. Now let us know the components of an ecosystem. Now all the ecosystem, they are made up of two components. Biotic components are the living components and abiotic components are the non-living components. So we can say that ecosystem consists of non-living environment and the living biological community. So here the factors of environment, biotic, abiotic. Biotic factors include plants, animals and other life forms, whereas abiotic or non-living factors include light, water, air, soil and temperature. Let's come to biotic components of an ecosystem. So biotic component means living component of an ecosystem and it is a community of organisms like plants and animals which are made up of different interdependent populations. Now the biotic component or the biotic community of an ecosystem, it includes three types of organisms like producers, consumers and decomposers. So what are producers? So all the green plants, they are termed as producers or they are autotrophs because they synthesize their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Next is the consumers or the organisms which are heterotrophs. That means the consumers which are depend on the other for the food. So all animals, they are consumers, and these consumers, they are again divided into particular groups like herbivores, carnivores and decomposers. Okay, so let's move on to herbivores. So animals which eat only plants, they come under herbivores. Now they may eat grasses, leaves, grains, fruits or bark of the tree. Now some of the examples are cow, buffalo, goat, sheep, horse, deer, camel, etc. Now these are known as herbivores because they only eat plants. Okay, so herbivores, they are also known as herbivorous animals. Now animals, they get their food by eating the producers either directly, known as primary consumers, or indirectly known as secondary consumers. So herbivores which obtain their food directly from plants, they are termed as primary consumers. Now carnivores, now animals which eat only other animals, they do not eat plant. So the animals which eat only animals are called as carnivores. Now these carnivores, they eat flesh of other animals and are called carnivores like lion, tiger, vulture, kingfisher, lizard, etc. Lion is called as carnivore because it only eats meat, and they eat deer, rabbit, goat, etc. They are also known as carnivorous animals. Now these carnivores, they are of two types, small carnivores and large carnivores. Now these small carnivores, they feed on herbivores and they are also known as secondary consumers. For example, frog, lizard, birds and foxes, they are secondary consumers. And large carnivores or the top carnivores, they eat on or they feed on small carnivores and they are known as tertiary consumers like lion, tiger and birds of prey like hawk. Now, human, they may be primary, they may be secondary or they may be tertiary consumers depending on the food which they eat. Now, next is omnivorous. Now, some animals both eat plants as well as animals, so they are called as omnivores. Now, omnivores, they eat plant food as well as meat of other animals. For example, man, dog, crow, sparrow, bear, etc. They are come under omnivores. Now these omnivores, they eat both plant and animals as well as grains and chicken and fish. Now these omnivores, they are also called as omnivorous animals. Now next is decomposers. So decomposers, they consume the dead remains of the other organisms like bacteria and fungi. They come under decomposers, or they are also known as saprotrophs. Now come to abiotic component of an ecosystem. So abiotic component includes the non-living components of an ecosystem, which includes the physical environment like soil, water and air, along with the inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, water, phosphorus, etc. Now these physical factors or climatic factors like light, temperature, pressure and humidity, they also come under abiotic components of the ecosystem. So let's start with the sunlight. So intensity of and duration of light, it plays a very important role in the life of an organism and their activities, because due to sunlight, green plants, they synthesize their food. Then all animals, they depend on the food for plants. Now all animals, they depend on plants for food either directly or indirectly. So sunlight, it is the ultimate source of energy for all the living organisms. The air, it is a mixture of several gases. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are the two gases which support life on the earth. So plant needs this carbon dioxide for photosynthesis process, and other living organisms, they need oxygen for respiration and for their living. Now it is also added to the environment. Now this carbon dioxide, it comes from the atmosphere, and it is also added to the environment by burning of fuels. Now oxygen, it is given out by plants during photosynthesis process. So this is all for today, children. In our next class, again we'll study with the abiotic components of ecosystem. Thank you and have a nice day.